Hey guys, welcome to the Bows. So today I want to talk about an upcoming fight on UFC 273. It's a big fight on the main card, Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. So this is great matchmaking from a fan's perspective. If you're a fan, this is a great stylistic matchup you'd want to see. Gilbert Burns is taking a big risk fighting such a dangerous, young up-and-comer who hasn't shown any holes yet in his game. And Khamzat Chimaev is really taking a big leap forward fighting the number 2 contender at welterweight. So who wins this fight? It could be a hard one to predict because we haven't seen that much from Khamzat Chimaev. From what we have seen so far, he's looked amazing. But it still doesn't answer the questions if he's ready for these top guys at welterweight. So I think we should start with what we do know for certain from what we've seen so far. We know Khamzat Chimaev is a fantastic wrestler, is very athletic, he's quick to shoot in on takedowns, very big for the division. He's 6'2" with a 75-inch reach, and he's got one-punch knockout power. We've seen him do it all the way up at middleweight, so he could definitely do it at 170 in my opinion. Gilbert Burns is a little bit short for the division, but he's still a great fighter and he's still got great power for this division. He had the knockout power at 155 and he's shown to have very heavy hands as well at 170. He knocked out Demian Maia and he even hurt Kamaru Usman, which is very hard to do. That guy's got an amazing chin. Both guys are going to be fast on the feet and have quick hands. I don't know which one's going to have the faster hands. I think I'd lean Burns being a little bit quicker with his hands, but I also think Khamzat Chimaev may be able to control reach a little bit better given that he's so much longer and bigger. Also, I'm not super certain on Khamzat Chimaev's chin. It could be very good. It could be okay. I'm not really that sure. From what we've seen on the regional scene before he came in the UFC, he seems to have a good chin, but we know that Gilbert Burns doesn't have the best chin. So that could be a problem if it stays on the feet, and Khamzat Chimaev is just as good on the feet with the striking as Burns, or even better, so it depends. On the ground, it'll be interesting to see if Khamzat Chimaev wants to take it there. He can 100% take the fight to the ground if he wants to. I think that goes without saying. I absolutely think he can take Burns down. Burns only has a takedown defense of 50%. He could definitely take down Burns if he's persistent. The question is, will he want to do that because Burns has amazing jiu-jitsu? I honestly have no idea who'd win the grappling exchanges. We haven't seen enough from Khamzat yet to make a solid opinion on what would happen if the fight hit the ground. But I think the question is whether Khamzat will even attempt to do that or if he's going to want to keep the fight standing, because I do not think Gilbert Burns will be able to take down Khamzat Chimaev. So my guess, honestly, is that Khamzat's going to want to keep it on the feet. Burns may try and mix in the wrestling, which I think is really smart, and try and get the takedown. But in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if Khamzat Chimaev smokes him. And that's kind of reflected in the betting line. Khamzat's a pretty big favorite. He's like a minus 300 favorite. Given their current abilities and their deficiencies, I just see Khamzat Chimaev being able to land a big one on Burns and put him out. The prop bet hasn't come out yet on this fight, but if I were to do a bet, I think a good choice would be Gilbert Burns money line and then hedge that with Khamzat Chimaev with a first round finish. Khamzat's an explosive fighter. He's going to look to finish the fight quickly, I think. He isn't looking past Burns, but he really doesn't think Burns is on his level. So that could create issues for him if he's underestimating Burns. But at the same time, if Burns isn't ready for that storm, Khamzat could run over him in the first round. And honestly, that's just how I see the fight going. I think Khamzat's going to be able to win. I think it's the TKO finish, and I think he moves on to a title shot after that. To be honest, I'd be a little bit surprised if Gilbert Burns pulled out the win. I just think it's a good matchup for Khamzat, and I think that guy's the real deal. And I think he's going to be in the title picture very shortly. Unfortunately, a proper analysis can't really be done, in my opinion, because we haven't seen Khamzat fight at the elite level enough to see what his weaknesses are, if he has any. I'm sure he's got some, everyone's got some, but we have seen Gilbert Burns' weaknesses, so we can pick apart his game a little bit more, and that could skew someone to think that Khamzat's going to win. And that may be what's happening with me. But from what we know so far, Burns doesn't have a great chin. He's got touched up before. His defense and the striking isn't amazing, and he's been caught by much slower fighters than Khamzat. Kamaru Usman's got big power, but he's not all that fast, and he was finding Burns' shin in that fight multiple times and then was able to get the TKO finish. So yeah, I'm going to pick Khamzat in this fight. That's all I got today. Leave a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this fight. Do you think I'm underestimating Gilbert Burns at all? Do you think Khamzat comes out with the big win again? Let me know if you think I'm missing any important key points or key weaknesses or key strengths of any of these fighters that will make a big difference in the fight. All right, till next time, peace.